There's going to be a piano. There's going to be a concert. All right. We're gonna talk about each of you guys, and then at the very end, I'm gonna give each one of you guys a little something. All right. But I know that if I give you each one now, they're not gonna be still while I talk. So I think I'm gonna hold it till the end. You're gonna have to wait and find out. What?
Nico.
All right. No, it's not trophies. It's something cool, but it's not trophies.
It's cake.
It's not trophies. You're gonna
I
have
know
to
what it is. It's a double cheeseburger with fries and chicken.
Anybody who tries to guess this, go. Guessing or I can't start and they'll never get it. Okay? You gotta stop. Alright. So let's start, since Hans was so nice and quiet. Come on up here, Sir Hans. We'll talk about you first. I might cry when I talk about all of you, but I'm gonna do my best not to.
I'm so sad.
You're just gonna come up here so I can say something about you. Stand right here and face everything. Okay. Alright, guys, let's pay attention. So, several years ago when I started coaching, I just so happened to meet a mom at preschool whose son happened to go to a private school. And she said, you know, my husband would love to coach with you because my son wants to play, and I didn't know her husband at all. And I said, okay. And the best part about that decision-making process was that I got Hans because of that little trade. I was grouped with Green Valley and all the kids that go to other schools, right? There's always that other school group that you get. So I met Hans, and so I've been coaching Hans for a long time, right? And the real bonus of that was that it came with his whole family. It came with Gus and Mom and Dad, right? Cookie and John. I feel so blessed to have gotten to coach you and to meet your family. I just think you're all so amazing. You're one of the sweetest, kindest, smartest little guys I've ever met. I am excited that I'm going to get to keep watching you play, because I know you're going to do great wherever you go. Okay? And I'm going to miss you a lot. And I think you're playing awesome. And it's been great being your coach. Now go sit, and I'll give you, all you guys are going to get your thing out.
It's like in the movie when the people are coming back to each other.
Am I? Maybe. All right, Rock. I was lucky enough to first meet Rocky at Green Valley because he goes to school there, and he wasn't in Nico's class, but he always stood out to me on the playground. I always would see him running, and you don't know this, but I have a silent nickname for you. And I've never told anybody this, but when I see you, I think of Tigger. You know Tigger? Because Tigger's always happy, and he's always just like kind of bopping and bouncing and happy. And when you run, I just think of Tigger. So that's my secret side. I'm not trying to embarrass you, but I like it anymore. And I've been lucky enough to spend a lot of time with Rocky because he comes over for play dates, and we did British camp last summer, and I hope we get to do it again. I love how strong you kick the ball, right? You have some awesome passes. You're not supposed to be kicking.
Big booty! I peeked!
Did you peek? And I know that I'm going to get to see you a lot. And I'm going to keep seeing you at Green Valley, and I'm going to keep seeing you play soccer, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah, it's soccer.
It's been great being your coach.
I know.
Hey, Rocky, get back. I want to send a picture to your mommy and daddy.
After concert.
Give a smile. Give a smile. There you go. Nice.
Okay, I'm coming back to my game.
There you go, Rocky.
I know what it is.
Okay, even though Cam has been with us for the shortest amount of time, I have some awesome memories of you, Cameron. And as I was thinking about saying goodbye and everybody moving on, I was thinking about a couple of my favorite moments with each of the kids. And I it was an afternoon where we decided that Cameron was going to come and play indoor with us, and it was sort of the tail end of our outdoor season, and I think I emailed Mike and I said, hey, does Cameron want to come to practice? Or maybe he was having a play date with Brock. I don't know, because they're inseparable. But you came out there, and I saw such joy in your face that day that you got to be part of this team. And you looked so happy, and I was so excited for you because I could tell you have a lot of buddies on this team that were just really excited to be out there. And then I also, Cameron, even though I've coached you for such a short amount of time, I see such amazing potential in you, honey. You have so many little bitty moments on the field where I can just see your future and how great you're going to be. And my favorite moment was the chest trap, I have to say. I don't know if y'all saw that. This little boy pulled a chest trap at indoor where I was like, whoa, did he just do that? Did he really just trap
I did
all
a
this
chest trap in the final.
Did you do a chest trap in the final?
I mean in the semi. Alex did a
We're
chest
talking about
trap in the
Cameron. We're talking
finals.
about Cameron right now.
Alex does it.
All right, honey, so I'm excited for you, and you're going to play awesome. I'm glad you got to be part of the team. What, you don't want to be last?
I want to be last. I want to be first. I want to be second. I want to be first.
Oh my gosh, I might get choked up on this one. Well, because you know what? I've been your only coach, right?
Don't cry.
Okay, don't cry. That would be bad. All right. You never want to judge a book by its cover, ever. Because sometimes when you see Roe first, he's moving so fast and he's going full throttle, and you just kind of can go, whoa! Which is probably what happened to me at the very first parent meeting when we got together. And then as I got to know Rowan, little by little, I don't think I've ever had a player with such a kind heart. And there's a little something that stands out to me from the very, very beginning. The very first season we all played together. Some of you were there. Nico, as talented as he was, had a little bit of a hard time getting out on that field and really breaking through this barrier of being able to play in that environment with people screaming. And, you know, it was a lot for him to take in. And I will never forget Rowan coming up. Every single time that Nico would have a hard time, Rowan was always the kid who was there, and he would put his hand on Nico and say, it's all right, Nico, we can do this, it's going to be okay. And you were always there for him. And then you met Felix that second year, and it was the same thing. It was like you just instantly bonded with Felix and felt like he needed a buddy out there. You were always there with him. And this year, when Felix had his great big moment that everybody was so excited about, I think you hugged Felix harder than anybody could possibly hug. And I think you felt so much joy for him in that moment. And that's a sign of just such a kind heart. And you've just become such an amazing soccer player. I can't even believe you sometimes what you can do. And so I can't even tell you how much I'm going to miss you, but you're going to do awesome, okay? And you be patient with your coach. And I promise it'll come back to you, okay? It'll come back to you and they'll be patient with you. And you show them that kind heart that you have.
Yeah, break it up, break it up.
You guys want to marry?
Cameron.
Hey, Ro. You guys can both sit there. It's big time.
Go Saints!
Alright, with little Mr. Hudson Poole,
The song.
I have to say, you know, it's always important to have your kid recruiting other players. So, last year when Hudson came to Green Valley, it was almost like an instant connection. Nico came home and said, Mom, I have a new friend at school. And I said, you have a new friend at school? We got a new boy in our class, and I made a new friend. And I said, well, tell me about him. And he's like, he's so nice, and he likes sports. Well, that was an understatement, because they're like two peas in a pod. They love their sports. And I've gotten to know Hudson and his family, who I think are amazing, and I'm so grateful that it worked out the way it did. We are going to spend a lot of time together pretty soon, more than we do already.
How did you meet Luke?
How did I meet Luke? I'll tell you in a minute.